Hello and welcome back to another episode of the What Was That podcast. I'm Jazzy.
And I'm Addi.
What do Beyonce, Eminem, and Brittany Ferlin have in common?
You're going to have to be a little bit more specific.
One could say they've all experienced different levels of fixation.
Like obsession?
Exactly. Beyonce and her hit movie Obsession, Brittany Ferlin and her recent restraining order due to a catfish.
And Eminem's stan being the origin of stan culture.
No, he was obsessed with Mariah Carey. So much so that she wrote a song about him that has gone triple platinum in my house.
Damn, that's so crazy. But not as crazy as these stories.
They'll have you asking, why are you so obsessed with me? Story 1. My white boyfriend has a weird obsession with black men.
Okay, what a title.
I'm a black woman, late 20s, and I've been dating my white boyfriend for about 5 months. What's confusing is that when we first started dating, he didn't seem racist at all. If anything, he came across as extremely woke. He was vocal about black rights, talked a lot about social justice, called out racism when he saw it, and made it clear he saw himself as an ally. That's part of why I felt safe dating him in the first place. But over time, things became uncomfortable as fuck. He's obsessed with the fact that he's white and I'm black, and I'm not downplaying this. It started out as jokes, then turned into insecurities, and now it feels like a fixation. He constantly compares himself to black men in the most stereotypical racist ways possible. He'll say that black men are more masculine, built different, or bring up penis size. I've pointed out countless times that these stereotypes are racist, dehumanizing, and harmful. He apologizes and says he understands, promises to do better, and then does it again. What makes it worse is how he projects this onto me. All of my exes are black. I've never hidden that. I grew up in a black community. My family is black. My social circle is mostly black. I've explained that I used to date within my own race because it felt familiar and safe to me. Something most people do at some point. No shame in it. I've never said black men are better, and I've never compared him to anyone. He does it to himself, competing with some racist stereotype, and he refuses to let it go. He keeps asking if I secretly wish he were black. He asks if I'm more attracted to black men biologically or if I miss my exes. When he's feeling especially insecure, he'll sulk and say things like, I know you'd rather be with a muscular black guy, and keeps whining about it. None of that has ever come from me. I'm fucking exhausted. It feels like he doesn't see black men as individuals, honestly, just stereotypes. By extension, it feels like he doesn't see me as a human being either. I've tried to explain how damaging that is, how it reduces my identity and my relationship to common racist fantasies, but every conversation somehow circles back to his feelings and his need for reassurance. I didn't sign up to constantly reassure a grown man that he is enough compared to an entire race of people. I didn't sign up to be his therapist or his racial education resource, while he keeps repeating the same stereotypes he claims to be against. And if I'm being honest, I'm seriously considering breaking up with him. I've been feeling repulsed for the things he says. 5 months in, I'm already drained and uncomfortable. I care about him, but I'm starting to wonder if this is something that can actually be unlearned, or if this is just who he is beneath the woke exterior. I never saw this side of him when I first got to know him. What other ideas is he hiding from me? I don't want to just keep wondering. I want to break up and put myself first and make it clear that it's because of the shit he constantly says to me.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
He wants to be a black man.
It sounds like it. I want to hear your opinion as a black woman first.
I have 1,000% dated white men who do this.
Yeah.
They get so... I'm not saying, like, I've dated all races. But specifically... the ex that threw pistachios everywhere.
Okay.
Very unhinged. After a certain point, he just kept being like, yeah, you're my black queen. You're blackity black, 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 black. And I was like, this is weird. And he'd be like, my black girlfriend. And I'm like, you could just say girlfriend.
Yeah.
And like our mutual friend, John, was like, that's kind of weird. And everyone was like, yeah, you're being really weird, dude. You should stop. And he's like, but she's my black girlfriend. And I'm like... I have a photo that I will send to you for this.
Oh, no.
And I will blur out his face.
Okay.
But you can leave my face in there. You can see the level of ick I had from this man. It was right before we broke up.
Yeah.
He's, like, trying to, like, nuzzle and be cute. It looks like he's sniffing my hair.
Yeah.
And my face is, like, absolutely not. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, no, I definitely think there are a lot of weird insecurities that come up.
Yeah.
Dating across.
Well, it's like the fetishization of different cultures that are outside of yours. So, like, people with Asian cultures, people, like, with all types of cultures. I was like, what other do you see, like, heavily fetishized? Because all I'm thinking immediately is, like, weeboos.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all cultures, like, outside, I don't know why it is, like, with white people have such, like, a thing, like, it's, I don't know.
It feels more like a conquest than dating someone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, I did it.
Yeah.
Like, I did that.
Yeah.
And it's like...
No, I've, like, learned to become a little more intentional with who I'm dating.
Yeah.
I never like asking about, like, someone's exes unless there's, like, a big things that happen.
Yeah.
Like, if you dated people, great.
Exes
I dated
shouldn't
people
come
too.
up in conversation unless it's, like, a serious topic.
Right. It's like, oh, like, XYZ happened that was really bad or really good. Like, like, if I was married, like, sure, I would want to know that. But generally, I don't talk about exes too much, but I've noticed in dating, I've started bringing up, like, oh, like, have you dated outside of your race?
Yeah.
And I have a better time with the people who are like, yeah, I date everyone.
Yeah.
And people are like, no, you're my first. And I'm
yeah, because then it
that's
becomes
weird,
like a weird conquest thing.
Yeah, at the end of the day,
I
I'm
can
just a
knock that off
woman.
my list,
You know,
yeah.
I'm still a woman.
Exactly.
There's not anything that's realistically that different.
Yeah, and I think that's, I mean, not that I think, but yes, I think that's why people who are in, like, minority communities date within those communities, because it's a lot easier to date somebody who looks like you than to date somebody who's going to, like, fetishize you. Or even if you think, like, that you're in a safe place or a safe community, like, you still have to, like, have that guard up.
Right.
Unless you're, like, 100% certain, like, that person has my back.
Right.
But, like, I mean, being ostracized from every community from, like, I mean, like, 500 years, 600 years, if not more, like, you're gonna stick with the people who you know are not gonna ostracize you.
Right.
And, like, you have to put a lot of faith and trust into a person, especially a white guy.
Yeah.
That you're not going to be fetishized, that you're not going to be put up on this, like, pedestal just because, like, you're black. Like, it shouldn't make you any different than me. It shouldn't make anyone any different from anyone.
Yeah.
You never know. Like, that's how you put yourself in harm's way. And we see that every day in the media. Like, another black woman is being murdered. Another black woman is being hurt. Another black woman is being, like, abused or, like, put out or anything. Like, and not even, like, women, men too, like, the same thing. Like, white women fetishize black men so much.
Yeah.
So much. And I see this a lot on TikTok. A lot of people are like, it's a lot easier for me to judge a white woman dating a black man than it is, like, the other way around. Which is unfortunate because I'm like, there should not be any.
Right.
In an ideal world.
Yeah,
like,
there shouldn't be those borders.
Yeah.
And then it's interesting. I talk with my brother about this a little bit because both of my parents are, like, very fluid. They've been very fluid with, like, dating across races. And so I have a white mom and a black dad, which has been interesting. I think my brother navigates it a little better because he grew up with my dad in Georgia. I grew up in Colorado. So.
2 different communities.
Yeah, I was like, I connect actually pretty well with the Hispanic community because that's mostly what I've grown up in.
Yeah, in that area.
Yeah, like in Colorado, in Texas, in New Mexico, like, it was honestly mostly Hispanic.
Yeah.
But dating has been interesting because the black men I date, they're like, you're not black enough. And then the white men I date, well, they're like, obviously you're not white.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, break up with him.
Yeah.
break up with him.
Yeah,
based on my experience, break up with him. Mm-hmm. He's not worth it. 5 months in, we've said on this podcast, I feel like for the first 6 months, it's very easy for someone to hide who they are, and then after that, you start to see the cracks.
Yeah.
And then you see who they truly are, and if you're actually compatible, and if you can deal with their shit, if they can deal with your shit.
Yeah.
You are 5 months in, and you're already starting to feel uncomfortable. It's not going to get better.
You don't want to feel uncomfortable or unsafe in your relationship. Also, it's not your job to reteach him and help him relearn. Like,
No.
that should be something that he's doing on his own. And if he actually was an ally and actually did care about, like, whether or not he was being racist or whether or not he was being, like, hurtful to the person that he cares about, he would take in what she's saying. Like, if anybody comes to me and is like, what you just said is racist, I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
You're right. Let me dig into that. Let me figure out why I said that, why I, like, chose for those words to come out of my mouth, and dig into myself, and then I'll come back to you.
Yeah.
But for her to be like, I don't know if this is something that he can, like, unlearn and be better. Like, that's not your responsibility to sit and wait for him to do that. If he's like actually on your side, then he's going to do the work himself, and he's not.
Right.
So.
Well, and then, like, think about, like, if you keep dating, eventually you get married, you're going to have mixed kids.
Yeah.
And those kids are going to be classified generally as black. Mm-hmm. And if he's not comfortable with that, because it doesn't seem like he is, how is he going to raise your children?
Also, there's definitely going to be some insecurities about his kids not being black enough.
Yeah.
100%. If he doesn't feel like he measures up to a black man, he's not going to feel like his kids measure up to being black children. Like, he's literally going to be like, well, they're mixed, so they're not.
Yeah.
Like,
he's going to be weird. He's already weird. Break up with him.
Yeah.
I hate for that to be my general answer when we get stories. I'm like, break up with him.
I don't know. It's 5 months in. Like, you're not losing anything.
No, I feel like you're 5 months in. This is, like, my opinion. I don't know if it's, like, a bad take. 5 months in, you're not in love. You don't even know the person. Like,
I think 5 months you could be in love.
I feel like if you have a foundation of, like, a friendship,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But if you just, like,
met on the street.
Yeah,
that's
and
different.
you've been dating for 5 months, like, you don't really know that person. But if you, like, you go way back, sure, you know that person.
That's fair. Story 2. What's the creepiest, most obsessive thing you've ever done? This was last year before Christmas. I had a bad breakup with someone who knew some bad people. I got a frozen chicken on my doorstep in the middle of the night, 12 days of Christmas style. Note says, from your one true love. I call every single last ex-girlfriend, friend, and pal I thought might have been doing this. My pals just to screw with me. No one. No one had a goddamn clue what I was talking about, and I was certain. Hear me out. Many years ago, I used to do real bad things for very bad people, and I got really good at looking over my shoulder and expecting the worst. I got out and am here today, but I made enemies, no doubt, and people who would do anything to make sure I wouldn't talk, etc. Fast forward, I'm going mad trying to figure out who is doing this. I come to the conclusion that it's no one who wishes me well. I've been through every friend down to acquaintances. I figure at best it's my ex. At worst, I'm in much bigger trouble. It wouldn't be the first time something suspicious has happened. In any case, I'm suspicious that it's poisonous and stash it away, telling someone I trust if anything happens to me that a frozen chicken in my freezer should be looked at. Next day, night is coming, and I think the person is going to show up again with another package. Now, maybe they're trying to lull me into a false sense of security, feeding me shit and poisoning me. Maybe not. I don't know, I'm not a chemist. I couldn't check the bird, and I didn't trust anyone else to. All I know is that it was some serious shit and it needed to be dealt with. I borrow a camcorder from my friend and tried a true 90s piece of shit. I set it up facing the street and I get to work. I cut down every leafy green thing in my backyard. All of it. I haul it to the front yard. I get the ghillie suit out. Yes, that thing that makes you look like a swamp monster used for hunting. I put it on, mud and gloves, shoe polish smeared all over my face. I didn't have a charcoal stick. Oh, God. Instead of climbing up on my roof and waiting, it began to rain really damn hard. I take the greenery from the front yard and make a lean-to against the porch. I make struts, cover it with a tarp, and put greenery over it. And I make it look good as hell. It didn't look like anything at all, just a huge pile of clippings. I get out my personal sidearm and holster it. Strap it down to my ankle so I can get to it quick if anything goes wrong. I bring out my compound hunting bow with special razor tips on the arrows. I strap on a guiding laser and a 200 lumen flashlight. I figure I'll lie in wait under the lean-to and shoot the threat. Quiet and quick, then figure out things from there. I'm trained and cautious. My zen is strong. This is so funny. I get under the lean-to and time goes by. Hours. I start at 6 just in case they switch the times. Minutes pass at a crawl. Every car that passes makes my heart jump. I sweat in the suit in the pouring rain. My stomach pangs with hunger, but my resolve stands. The rain lets up and finally I hear it. A car has pulled up outside my drive. This is the moment. Either someone I know lied, or I'm gonna have to make a very tough, quick decision. I ready the bow and steady my hand, switching on the laser guide. This is awful. Quick, brief step, run up to the walkway to the porch, and I get ready to snap on the heavy light and call out to the intruder. My mom sets down a frilly ribbon lace bag and giggles on her way back to the car. In my head, the words ring nonsensically, but like a stone on a bell. Your one true love. Oh my God, I could have just shot my mom doing a 12 Days of Christmas run in a hunting suit from a blind. It is the saddest, most unhinged return I can remember. I tell my friends the truth. They laugh. I can't believe that's happened. I tell my mom much later. She's surprised to say the least, but takes it in good humor. That's so funny. I pictured Dwight almost the entire time.
1,000%. Just like so paranoid.
Yeah.
Like someone's trying to kill me.
And the links. He set up a lean-to in his front yard and put on a ghillie suit and shoe polish. He's never getting that off.
No.
He's never getting that
Showing
off.
up to Christmas just blackface. His mom be like, hey,
Dwight.
sweetie.
He's Dwight.
She's like, hey.
Yeah, cut that out. That's so funny. And why the bow? Also, why was he like, I need to make a quick decision? Somebody's putting food. Okay, if a cop comes to your door and is like, hey, why'd you kill that person with a bow and arrow? And you're like, they put a fruit cake on my front door.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
And yesterday they put a chicken.
You know what? If they were bad people, I know we're never going to know, but I want to know what they were into, where someone leaving some cookies, a chicken on your front doorstep is like, well, this is obviously a hit.
Yeah, they're obviously trying to threaten me. Mm-hmm. A frozen chicken?
Yeah, I was like, what in The Sopranos is going on in your life? Like, Jesus Christ.
XOXO, I'm about to kill you.
Literally.
Enjoy your last feast.
Your one true love. Literally kiss with a fist.
Enjoy this knuckle sandwich. That's so crazy. Oh my God, I can't imagine ever doing anything like that.
No, well, like, the lengths I go to avoid yard work, first of all. So, like, clearing your entire backyard so you can pitch it up, so you can hide, and, like, all right, when they come around, I'm gonna pew.
Yeah.
But also I'll have my bow ready. Pew. Like, it would never be me. I'd be like, wow, a chicken.
Yeah. This is gonna make great chicken pot pie.
Yeah,
it's gonna make a great chicken noodle soup.
Yeah, I'd bring it to my family on Christmas. We'd all get poisoned.
Yeah, exactly. All together, we're all going out.
Yeah.
What's the craziest obsessive thing you've ever done?
I need to think about this. Because, like, I've definitely, like, crashed out over people. Mm-hmm. And I've, like, my brain definitely snapped a little bit. I think it's why I don't crash out over people anymore. My brain snapped too hard. And it's like, hey, we're not doing that again. That was a lot.
Yeah.
But I know I'll be, like, looking for something. Especially, like, now that I have no one to blame misplaced things on. Mm-hmm. I will tear apart my entire apartment of, like, where is it? Someone came in here and stole it.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking for, like, my tape or something. Let me think about that.
Okay.
I'm going to circle back.
I actually, when I was in high school,
Yeah.
I had a, like, serious high school boyfriend. And I, like, granted, I was a fuckwad. I messed up the relationship so bad.
Yeah.
But the fallout, I became a fucking crazy person. Like, it's something in my brain, like, slipped, and I became absolutely insane to the point where it was like, I was like constantly, I'm not gonna say everything that I did, but like the biggest things were like, I was like constantly texting him, constantly calling him, texting his mom.
Yeah.
Like texting his family, trying to be like, please let him talk to, like, I want to talk to him.
Yeah.
I allegedly I don't know if I'll leave that in there. But yeah, I was definitely a little crazy about this person for a while. And I mean, as I grew up and moved on, it doesn't bother me anymore, but
Yeah. No, I've definitely, like, I know I've sent, like, way too many text messages and way too many calls, but I will delete it on my phone so the next morning I can't see what I've done.
Oh, see, I hold myself accountable. I'll be like, oh, I called them 78 times? Yeah, I'm going to live to see that.
No, it's like, I know I called you. I don't know how many times. That's not my problem.
Yeah.
Because the sun is out. I walk in the light. Like, I'm a different person now.
Yeah, I did that Jasmine? Not Jasmine.
I don't know.
That was Wolf Jasmine.
I don't know who that was. Yeah. Whoever she is, she's feral.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. Also, I mean, when you're in high school, it's different. Your frontal lobe isn't developed, so your emotions are out. Like, everything seems way more serious than it actually is.
Do you want to know something that I do currently?
Yeah?
Anytime I have a grievance with because he doesn't respond anyway, I just fucking send it to him. I'm just like, and here's what, because like historically,
he has you blocked anyway.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's not getting
just
these
send
messages.
it to me and I'll send it all day.
Yes. No, well, and then I'll delete it on my end too.
Yeah,
so I
exactly.
can't just,
it literally like doesn't look like you
it
did
didn't
it
happen.
at all. Yeah, I did it.
On
and
my
I'll
end,
delete
it
it on
didn't
my
happen.
I'll text him right now. Hey, you fucking suck.
Yeah, but there's been like enough like relationships, whatever, where I took the high ground, and you know what? I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
I'm sick of taking the high ground, because what do I get from it? Nothing. Unless I don't give a shit about you. Then I don't know if that's taking the high ground. That's just
not
staying
caring.
where I'm at.
Yeah.
That's actually not moving.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm sick of taking the high ground. So now I'm just like, and you stink.
And your dick is small.
He knows it's not.
Story 3.
Story 3. Share your obsession / love spell backfire stories. Who's done an obsession, love spell, honey jar, and it had totally backfired? Other spells are welcome, yada yada. It seems like a passing of age tradition to try something like that and royally fuck up. Let's share some stories. I'll go first. Fall of 2020, I was totally smitten with someone from a distance, and I wanted to close that distance. We'll call him Charlie. I started with a honey spell, a well-meaning honey spell to let a good friendship bloom. And bloom it did. It was really good for like 6 months, and he started flirting with me and everything. But eventually, it did fall out because people have their own prerogatives, and he wanted to try dating someone else. I was Little Weasel, and I did a cord-cutting spell on them. Yes, I know I was selfish and insane. It worked. Through my heartache, I did a bunch of mini spells on Charlie. Come to me, think of me, obsession, domination spells. Unfortunately, it all worked too late. When Charlie came back to me, basically professing how wrong he was and how much he missed me, I had recently caught a crush on an old friend. We'll call him Bobby. And we were hitting it off well. Months passed, and I wasn't sure how to handle Bobby because we weren't dating, and we started fighting a lot, while Charlie was still trying to flirt with me all the time. 4 months later, they ended up in a 3-way phone call with Charlie feeling pretty wounded that I had been flirting with Bobby, and Bobby feeling wounded that I had so much history with Charlie. I'll admit it, though, catching a crush on Charlie really started my witchy awakening. I'd done a few freezer and money spells, but never had much results. My spells after that fiasco, learning process, really have a kick to them now, and I focus more on benefiting myself and my family. Craving a little tension really spiraled me down the research rabbit hole, and I learned a lot along the way. I dug my own grave and dug myself out. The situation was about 3 years ago.
Okay, well, I mean, I feel like it's pretty common knowledge not to do, like,
Don't
love
do
spells
that,
or
yeah.
anything. I feel like that's, like, a pretty baseline understanding
don't
for
mess
anyone.
with people's will and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
free will is, like, a huge thing. I mean, unless you're a witch who doesn't believe in that, but I don't know. From me, a person who practices, I would never do a love spell on a specific person, ever.
Right.
Like I was telling you earlier, like I did a love spell before I met Quentin or not met, but before we got together. And I didn't do it on him. I did it in like to the universe. Like, please bring this type of person, this like love, this type of love that I've been longing for. Please bring that to me.
Right.
But I wasn't like, please bring Quentin.
Right. I specifically want this person.
Yeah.
No matter what they say.
Yeah, because even if it's like, if you believe in it, if it's real or if it's not, if you don't believe in it, like, you still don't want to put that energy into the universe where you're like, I'm forcing you to come back to me.
Right. Yeah. I feel like in television and movies, that's a common trope and it always goes wrong. Like, I think the most recent example I saw was, I think, Bring Her Back.
Yeah.
That it goes really wrong. That movie gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
It goes so wrong. But there's quite a few where they're trying to manipulate nature and manipulate will.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't pan out.
Yeah. I think, why would you want to be with somebody who you have to force to be with?
Right. I want you to want me.
Yeah, exactly. That's like one of the, I mean, not one of the biggest reasons. There are a lot of reasons to not be with my ex. But one of the big reasons that I wasn't with my ex anymore was it was like, I don't want to force you to like love me or like be a good person to me or care about me. That's not the kind of love that I want or deserve.
Right.
I want somebody to love me willingly,
right,
and love me fully, like completely. I want somebody to not even think about the idea of not loving me.
Right.
Like, I want that to be,
of course I love you.
Yeah.
I couldn't live any other way.
Exactly. And I want that to be ingrained in them. Like, that's the kind of love I think everyone deserves.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do a love spell for that. You know, like, do a love spell that's like, I want this type of love. Please let this love find me.
Right.
Because then you're just, the universe already has somebody out there.
Right.
There is someone out there for everyone. You can have the weirdest fetishes, the weirdest niches. Mm-hmm. You can have the most insane ideas. And there is someone out there for you.
Right.
Every single person has someone, and it's insane. It's crazy the people that I've seen like come together over like the most niche things, and it's a beautiful part of being human. And sometimes, I mean, if you are practicing witch, you have the ability to kind of speed that process up, and that's fantastic and that's amazing. But you never want to like mess with somebody's free will in the process.
Right. Right. Because I don't know. I feel like it's so much more reassuring to have someone who actually wants to be there for you.
Yeah. Because you know they're not going anywhere.
Right. Yeah. You don't always have that in the back of your head. It's like, are they here because they love me, or are they here because I put a spell on them?
Exactly.
And what happens if that breaks? Are they still going to be here? You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rather not find out. Damn, that's so crazy. Wow.
Story 4. The love spell. Number 1.
Oh, yeah, there's like 2. He tells 2 stories in this.
Okay. First story of story 4. I started seeing a gal, not the type I normally go for, but she was attractive and a mutual friend. Said she was completely stupid over me, so I figured, what the hell? Break my dry spell, if nothing else. I ended up hanging around for the sex and even expressed that I wasn't interested in a serious relationship, but she had other ideas about where it was going. Out of nowhere, a few months into hanging out, I couldn't get enough. She became intoxicating to me and I needed to be around her. I got possessive and dependent, and it was clearly an unhealthy obsession, but she loved it. I was sprung, and I don't get that way easily. My grandma was the one who figured she had been feeding me cuckoo soup. Menses?
Menses.
Oh! Oh! In my food to cross me up. It took Grandma and her practitioner friend 3 days of intense work to get that shit off me. Basically an exorcism. Be wary of the red sauce, fellas. I won't eat a woman's spaghetti till I'm sure she's not working on me. Okay. Should we dissect that one first?
I've seen TikToks like this.
I have
where
also
guys
seen-
are like, I know she loves me if I find like XYZ in the food.
Oh.
May that love never find me.
Yeah, no.
don't
Again,
want that.
messing with somebody's free will, first of all. Second of all, again, and this might be a hot take because I'm like, I know there's a lot of different like spells that involve different like bodily fluids, but I think, personally, my opinion is that you should never feed somebody your bodily fluids without their consent.
No, absolutely not.
Ever. That's,
Absolutely not.
and again, this might be a hot take. I feel like that broaches assault. Like,
I would
It's-
agree with that.
yeah, it's like you're. Oh God, that makes my stomach like flip because I could not. The way I would so quickly leave whatever relationship I was in if I
absolutely.
found out they were feeding me their blood,
Yeah.
let alone their period blood.
Yeah. If you're feeding me any bodily fluid without me knowing,
No, we're
Absolutely
done.
not.
We're done.
Absolutely not.
That crosses a boundary that will never be repaired. That
Yeah.
bridge is burned forever. Mm-hmm. Forever. That's insane. I could never imagine. I know it's a big thing in witchcraft to use your menstrual blood for a lot of different spells and a lot of different things, and you can use it for taking care of your plants. You can use it in different like herbalism. You can use it in a lot of different ways, but it's not ingesting it.
yeah.
I don't.
This isn't, my brain just is going to go on this tangent, and I want to bring you along with me. On TikTok, I always get clips of TLC shows.
Yeah.
Um,
Are you gonna talk about the girl with the pussy thing?
yeah, the girl has been vabbing.
Yes.
Yeah, no, and
Oh
she's
my
like,
God.
I kiss on myself, I fucking love it. And I'm like, girl, you just love sticking your fingers in your Gucci. And then she goes on, did you see when she went on the date?
No, I
She-
only saw clips. Like I saw, she was like, I started tearing my uterine lining because of how often I was like sticking my fingers up there. So I started using coconut oil, and that's helped. Yeah,
How is she sticking her...
dry. It's because it's dry. Like she's like sticking
Give
her
it a
fingers out
little.
and like scooping it. Yeah. Yeah, I did
Like,
see
give
that.
it a little, psst, you
and
know?
she was like, nobody's ever told me that I smell like vagina. I'm like, probably because everyone like who goes next to you is probably like,
Right.
hey, how's it going?
I watched a clip where she goes on a date. She goes to the bathroom. She does her thing, and then she goes and sits down. And I'm like, okay, let's see how this date goes. Because she's like, you can tell she's nervous.
Yeah.
Totally fine. And she just looks at him. She's like, do you know what vabbing is? And he's like, no, why don't you tell me? And shout out to this man because he listened. And you know what? He did judge a little bit, but he tried not to. And she just lays it all out for him. She tells him everything, and all the comments are like, "Girl, no,
Some things
like,
are
what
better
do you?
kept secret.
Why are you telling him
Yeah.
this?" And he it cuts to his interview, and he's like, "This is the strangest date I've ever been on." Because not only do you show up on a date and there's a whole camera crew,
Yeah.
but this girl is confessing, "Hey, when I went to the bathroom, I just stuck my fingers in my vagina, and I wiped it on my neck. I hope you like it. Come sniff." Like,
Yeah.
what?
She does it 50 times a day.
That's insane.
50 times
I
a day.
get like pheromones and all of that.
yeah,
but
they
like,
make perfumes for that.
yeah,
They make
just like
perfumes for that.
buy
Have
like
you
a
seen
$9 one off of Amazon.
I was thinking, what's it called? It's called Hoe House. Hoe something. It's spelled like Heaux.
Yeah.
And she like her whole thing is that she makes pheromone perfumes that are supposed to, like, really pick up your pheromones and, like, enhance them.
Yeah.
But
I'm like, girl, like, if you find the right guy who's into your pheromones, you're not going to need to be vabbing that much. Also, like, maybe just work on some conversation skills and see where that takes you.
I don't, like, here's the thing. I know there are some guys who, like, love pussy. Like, they're like, I love to have my face in it. Yeah, they're like, you know?
Yeah.
But I think there is a difference between smelling it when you are in that area.
Right.
When you're like, I'm here. I'm ready to munch.
Yeah, we are.
I'm hungry. It's like
there's a lot
steak.
of arousal happening. Like, you're in the zone.
Exactly.
Right?
Like, it's like you go up to your partner and they, like, constantly smell like meat. Like, yes, I love steak. I don't want you to smell like it, though. No. Like, that's going to turn me off if you constantly smell like steak.
Right. I want you to smell like dinner when I'm ready to eat.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. In the meantime, I want you to smell nice. Yeah. And not like a, what is that, pear tree?
All I can think of is partridge in a pear tree. I'm like, that's not it.
No, I'm talking about the cum trees.
I'm allergic to those.
They're so gross. A lot of people are, actually.
Make my mouth itch.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, of course the sperm trees make my mouth itch. Like, yeah, that's not great.
Have you seen the guy who makes ice cream out of different types of tree?
I didn't think you were going to say tree. It's like that book.
Yeah. No. This guy makes different types of ice creams out of different types of trees, and he made an ice cream out of the pear tree. I forget what it's called. It's something pear tree, and he made an ice cream out of it. And he was like, "It's as bad as it smells." Like, he, like, put the spoon in his mouth. He was like, it was so bad. Yeah. And I imagine that's how being around that woman would be.
Right. Yeah. There's definitely a time and place for that.
Yeah. Scent. I don't want to smell that all the time.
No.
Okay, back to let's go to part 2.
Anyway.
Part 2 of story 4. This is the second write-in from this Redditor. A friend of mine in town finally got with the gal that he had been pining after for a long time. He was determined not even to allow for a chance of her leaving. He tried to hire me to do an obsession working on her, and I flat out refused because I don't do those workings. I'll cross someone up if I need to, and they deserve it, but I don't meddle with the free will of innocence. He ended up hiring another practitioner in town. I don't know her path or tradition really, so I don't know what working she did. I know he had to give the worker some of his semen and some of her arousal fluids, which he did by sneaking a pair of underwear post-foreplay. That's all I know. It worked. She got totally into him. It backfired, though, because he didn't know that she was a practitioner herself. I didn't even know, and I can usually tell. So she put one on him, too. For a while, it appeared like a fairy tale love. Moved in together down the road from me, got to where he wouldn't even leave the house. My buddy decides it's going so well, he can just stop paying the worker he hired. Didn't realize some workings needed to be done repeatedly to keep working. As soon as the effect wore off, she split. Moved out and left him utterly stupefied and basically homeless. So a new lady moved in and he started doing yard work for them for free. Seemed like he couldn't get away from the house. If there was no work to be done, I'd just see him standing at the fence staring at the garden she'd kept when they lived there. Well, I got suspicious and decided to poke around that garden. Sure enough, in the back corner, just under the dirt and hidden under a brick, was one of his dirty work socks. She basically tied him to the house and never undid the work, so he was still tied to it even after she was gone. I uncrossed him and properly disposed of the spell.
I didn't know you could tie people places.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, like, endless amounts of types of spells, but again, it's just like one of those things that messes with people's free will, so.
Yeah. Better to not go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. Exactly. That's crazy. She straight up.
She like Uno reverse.
Yeah. She was like, you know what? Smack. The second she had the ability to get away, she was like, bye. Mm-hmm. Dip.
Peace. This was fun.
Yeah. And then left him there. I imagine him just like,
Oh, yeah.
Looking
just,
at that sock in the, like, please. The sock is like a beacon, like, shining from under the dirt, but he doesn't know it. Oh, God. Yeah, I've never done anything that crazy, at least.
Yeah, no, I've, honestly, I could be crazier. I say that we'll see what 2026 has in store for me. Is this the year that I do become crazier? And then all of our episodes are like, so this one time.
Oh my God. And you know what? I'm here for it. It's for our listeners.
Villain era, let's go.
This is my year of peace.
Yeah.
So I can't be
No.
crazy. I'm at peace with myself. I'm at peace with my life.
Yeah. I think my villain era is actually just going to be setting boundaries.
Yeah,
Generally.
I hate that that's being called a villain era.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to one of my friends. She's like, I'm in my villain era this year. And she told me about it. I was like, that is actually just,
setting boundaries.
Healthy boundaries.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, you're just being a good, healthy person who's taking care of themselves. I'm so proud of you.
Love that
And
for
if
you.
that's
Such a
being
big win.
villainized, then you know what? Call me fucking Bane, because I was born in the darkness and I was raised and molded by it.
Can you do a Bane voice?
Yeah.
I was born in it, molded by it.
Is that good?
I feel like that was good. I haven't seen that movie in a decade.
I haven't
feel
either.
Like you nailed it.
I think so too. I'm
Yeah.
gonna I'm gonna try to find a little piece and I'll try to put them side by side and we'll see how they work.
Yeah.
I was born in the darkness. You merely adopted it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good. So excited for our improv classes. I just do Bane for every scene. Yeah.
Dead. Dead. Molded.
Like Jasmine and Addison, are you just playing Bane again? You can't shoot everyone and play Bane.
But I was molded. Where's Rachel? Where's the Batman? Where's he?
Alright, I think I will stick to love and admiration. I'm gonna pass on obsession.
No, not me. I love I'm obsessed. And you can show us how obsessed you are by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing. You can find us on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, YouTube. And you can follow us on all of our social medias at whatwasthat_thepod. And if you'd like to share your own stories with us, you can email us at whatwasthat.thepod@gmail.com.
There is one thing that I'm low-key obsessed with.
Oh, yeah? What was that?